Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. Sevilla have beaten Barcelona by 2-0 in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-finals. Not a good result for Barcelona, not good news at all this. We've got a real mountain to climb in the second leg in March, and well, this game Sevilla completely deserved it in short. Barcelona weren't really good enough. We were certainly weak in the back as expected, but Sevilla massively controlled the game and honestly deserved this victory. But let's start with that team selection then, because this was really, I suppose, where things went wrong. Kounde couldn't really do much more than what he put out, but of course we have issues in our defence. In attack, like it's all normal, even in goal, ter Stegen's there. In attack, Messi, Dembélé, Griezmann, then you've got Pedri, Busquets, De Jong in midfield. It's in that defence. No Araujo, no Piqué, no Dest, no Roberto, not even Clement Lenglet, who was left on the bench today. So many players not in that starting 11, and it showed, guys. Junior Firpo at right back obviously did not work. You had Mingueza and Umtiti at centre back. Again, didn't exactly cover themselves in an awful amount of glory as the match went on. And I think we did know, seeing that team selection, coming into what was probably our most important game of the season so far, and we just don't really have a functioning defence. That isn't good news, and it's just not good at all to come into this sort of fixture and have that many issues at the back. But starting with that first half of Barcelona, I didn't actually think we started that badly. Away to Sevilla, it is such a tough game. We spoke about that in the preview, and Barcelona actually started quite well. Good energy, trying to unpick them, breaking lines with our good passing, not bad at all, and we had a massive moment, a massive chance in the game that we'll look back on now, and you have to take it in this sort of fixture. It's about 8 minutes in, Griezmann to Messi, it's a wonderful ball, and Messi here and on goal. He shoots, he almost passes it, attempted it anyway into the corner. Bono saves it with his feet, but this has to be a goal. Messi has to score this. It's a massive moment in the tie. We look back now, we've lost 2-0. That ball has to end up in the back of the net. That was a big chance for Barcelona. We didn't get a better one than that all evening. That had to go in. We didn't take it. Sevilla survived, and they really grew into the game from then. Because despite Barca's good starts to the game, Sevilla slowly grew into that game, and it was about the 24th minute or so, I believe, when Jules Kounde just steps out of defence, and he unleashes an amazing piece of play here, guys. And honestly, to Kounde, credit to him. He is such an amazing centre-back. I think a lot of you guys would agree. This guy is one of the top young ones in Europe right now. He's been at this for about a year now, in fact, and this is a wonderful, wonderful goal from him, riding out the back. He's been doing that a lot in recent weeks. We spoke about him in the preview a little bit, actually, coming out of defence, but I say for Barcelona, we've got to do better to stop him. He goes through us 1, 2, 3 challenges before hitting it in the corner, but great play from Kounde, a wonderful young player, but Barcelona surely have to do better, and of all ways to concede in this match, don't let their centre-back run through your team. That was a frustrating goal to concede for me. A really irritating one. And Barca are 1-0 down. And the bad thing was really our response to going 1-0 down, because we didn't really have another chance in that first half. There were some half ones, even in that second half, but nothing where you thought that's a goal, that has to be a goal. That didn't ever really happen other than that first chance from Messi in the 8th minute. And we just struggled so much to get at Sevilla. We had barely any possession. Players like Pedri, De Jong, Busquets, even Messi, Griezmann just struggled to get into the game. Junior couldn't really get the ball out from right back. It was kind of just Dembélé take for a lot of that half, and that wasn't good news. Sevilla completely dominated the game. They made it slow. They made it tedious for Barcelona. It was hard to get the ball back. It was hard to generate any chances. Sevilla by themselves, didn't even create an awful amount of chances. It was just vintage Lopetegui, vintage Sevilla. So calm, so controlled, so measured, so stiff at the back. And yeah, we just couldn't break them down. And in that second half, it was kind of more of the same. We didn't actually make a substitute all the way until the 85th minute. I think we were just wondering, look, we don't want to make this 2-0 here. We don't want to go out. But Sevilla, on the other hand, they brought on so many fresh legs. 5 subs by the time Kounde had made 0. So I don't know what you guys think about that, Look, we didn't have many options on the bench. He probably should have brought some players on earlier to try and get a goal back, but I think he was just thinking, look, we'll take the 1-0 here, I suppose. As long as it doesn't go to 2, we'll be happy. We all know it ended up 2-0, so nothing like that actually ended up working, but look, I think that's the way Kounde was thinking with the substitutes tonight. But just on the game, look, we had some chances. I think De Jong it was who got in the first 5 minutes of that second half. I actually thought we started the second half quite well as well. De Jong had a great chance there. Kounde with some great defending. Dembélé, again, was constantly on the ball on that right-hand side, trying to make things happen. Probably our best player on the night, in my opinion. Really good signs from him, which is really good to see. Then you had Messi again, who I don't think had an amazing game, but was on the ball a lot. He was constantly trying to create things. Bono made a couple of great saves from him on the night, to be fair. The free kick at the end there. There was another good shot, actually, when we were on a counter-attack that Bono saved, and the Sevilla goalkeeper made a couple, maybe 3-4 really good saves tonight, so fair play to him. He is a good goalkeeper, and he's just one of many players for Sevilla who put a real shift in tonight. And as I just briefly mentioned earlier, this game, we were probably hoping that, can we get a goal back? Can we make it 1-0? And I predicted a 1-0 in the preview, and I was just thinking, can we nick a goal back? Can we get that away goal? But it was actually Sevilla who made it 2-0. The thing we didn't want to happen happened. Our defence gets caught out here. I think everyone steps up, really, bar Umtiti. Alba's a little bit deeper as well, but Rakitic of all people, who was actually making quite a lot of fouls, by the way, on our players all game. I thought he had quite a good game, Rakitic. Since he's left Barcelona, I think we all agreed it was the right thing to do. He's gone to Sevilla. He hasn't been that flashy in what is a great Sevilla side, but he gets through here, he had a really good game, and he blasts it into the corner. Bad from Barcelona. Again, the defence, we know that's going to happen. I said it earlier, in a big game, you don't want that sort of defence lining up. It's just not really ideal. It's not good enough. And yes, we can blame, we weren't good enough today because we weren't. At the same time, when you're lining up with these players at the back, Kounde doesn't really have many options. It's just not ideal. It really isn't, guys. And for this sort of match, we need high caliber players, a real top side out there. And at the end of the day, we're trying to shoehorn either centre-backs or left-backs into right-back, and yeah, it's just not good. Rakitic makes it 2-0. Sevilla probably could have made it 3 as well before the full-time whistle. I mentioned earlier there, Bono made a great save from Messi's wonderful low free kick, but it just wouldn't go in for Barcelona. Massive credit to Sevilla. I thought they were so good in defence all game long. They are so strong there, and that is the bad news, I suppose, for the second leg. Are we really going to break that down? I'm not so sure. And also 2-0, guys. It's a bad scoreline for Barcelona. This isn't good news, and we are in a bad spot here. And I think on top of the bad performance, I suppose the lack of potency we caused, or the lack of potency we had, like a threat we caused. Also our weak defence, the lack of influence we had in midfield. I think also, guys, a little bit irritating for me is the fact that we've rocked up to another big game here. And have we really performed? I don't think we have, because you look back, guys, you look at Atletico in La Liga, Real Madrid in La Liga, also Sevilla in La Liga. Right at the start of the season, we drew that game as well. Then you've got Real Sociedad in the Supercopa, Athletic Club in the Supercopa, of course Granada in the last round of the Copa del Rey, where we didn't really do that well, Juventus in the Champions League. And it does feel a little bit like when we come up against some good teams, good managers, good players, we are suffering, and that isn't really a good sign for a Barcelona team. We want to be in these games to win them, to walk over teams, to really impose ourselves on the game. I'm not quite sure we're doing that. Do we feel a little bit inferior right now with our team, the way we're playing, to other opposition? Because we shouldn't be feeling like that. And at this moment in time, you do wonder, when we step into a match like this, are we really good enough? Do we have the quality? Can we win the game? Can we go and win 2-0 tonight? It just didn't ever feel like we could. And now, of course, we do have that 2-0 deficit to make up. We've got a lot of games between now and the second leg, but it will be on the players' minds, of course. This game is going to be played, I believe, on the 3rd of March. So, you can put this to the back of your minds for now, really. We've got a lot of La Liga matches. The Champions League game against PSG, of course, is coming up in under a week's time, so get ready for that, guys. That's going to be a real test. If you thought this one was hard, PSG certainly are going to be weaker at the back probably, but so much more threatening in attack. So Barcelona, we've got to make sure our defence gets sorted out by then. I don't know, play Araujo through Payne, get Destin back in at right back hopefully, and maybe even Longley in defence. I don't know. We've got to decide something for that game, that's for sure. But just speaking about that second leg, guys, it is going to be so difficult, and that's not good news, because the Copa del Rey, we've said it so many times, is the trophy we need to win. Are we going to win it now? It looks highly unlikely to me. Are Sevilla going to score at the Camp Nou? Probably, or if they do, we need 4 goals, guys, in that second leg. That is going to be one heck of an arse. So, look, we've put ourselves in a position again, and we have to say, remontada, you have to overturn this leg now. You've got to make sure you get a lot of goals in that second leg. We've done it before. I remember the 2018-19 season, we went 2-0 down in the first leg at the Pizjuan to Sevilla. We won 6-1 in the second leg. It's got to be that sort of game, a bit of luck on your side. I remember Silerson made a great penalty save. You've got to be rampant in attack. You've got to rack up goals. Try and keep Sevilla out, because, well, that's going to be one heck of a test. We've got a lot of big games coming up. The one against PSG, of course, is the one that's coming up very soon, under a week's time, just 6 days. But on tonight, guys, we weren't really good enough. As I said, in a big game, we just did not show enough, and that is frustrating. Sevilla, so good, so solid. One of the hardest teams in Europe to play against. I'll stand by that. I said it in the preview, and I would have said it even if we won today. So look, Sevilla, well done to them. We've got a big second leg coming up. That's what I'm going to leave it. I'm sure you guys have plenty of thoughts down below. You're probably angry and frustrated at this one. We just got to move on, I suppose. We've got Alaves, by the way, on the league in the league on the weekend. So we've got to keep winning in that to hope Atletico drop points there. You never know. So that's a game we've got to win. Maybe some rotation in that too. But like I said, leave your thoughts down below. I'll see you guys soon, and goodbye.